Emily Corry, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for being here.
Oh my gosh, my full name.
Do you not want to say your full name?
Full legal name. No, that's fine.
Do you have a middle name?
Morgan Steinagle.
That's right.
Is my middle.
Whoa.
Emily Corry. I do not.
Okay. So your last name will become your middle name when you get married.
Which
cool.
I actually love that.
Yeah, that is
cool. I love
cool.
that a lot. I get to keep it.
That's awesome.
I like Corry. I think it's cute.
Sweet. Well, let's
Emily
get
Corry
into it.
Steinagle.
Emily Corry Steinagle. Yes. That flows. That definitely flows.
I think so.
How do we know each other? Let's recap.
So I walk into my ward. I see this hot, shiny,
chrome dome.
Yeah, we met each other at our ward.
Yeah.
I don't even know. What was our first conversation?
That is a good question. I'm not sure.
Like, I really don't remember, like, hey.
Yeah.
My name's Morgan. I just remember knowing you. I was just like, yeah, that's Morgan.
I remember you were really smiley.
Smiley?
And I used to think, wow, she's flirting with me. But then I realized that you smile at everyone.
Womp womp. Sorry. I do. I feel like it's like a nervous habit, kind of. Not
really?
Like nervous, but like I'd use it to like fill space if I need to, kind of.
Interesting.
I don't know. It's just like, smile.
Yeah.
Like, hey, how's it going?
Do you feel like you get hit on a lot because of that? Like guys like see you smiling at them and they're like, oh, she's totally into me.
Damn, here I was thinking I was because I was pretty, but
I'm sure
it's just because I'm smiling.
I'm sure there's lots of reasons.
No, just kidding. I don't know. I never really thought about that.
That's funny.
Sometimes when, you know, like old guys are like, smile, then I immediately am like, I don't want to anymore. I like would have.
Old guys tell you to smile? I would have
smiled. Yeah, like sometimes.
Interesting.
Have you never heard that? That's like a pretty common girl thing. Like.
Really?
Oh yeah, like guys will be like, if you're not smiling, like as a girl, they're like, give me a smile or something like that. It's usually older guys. Younger dudes don't do that.
Is that kind of annoying or creepy?
Well, yeah, because it's like when your mom tells you to clean your room and you were already planning on it and now you don't want to.
Yeah.
Because she told you to.
Like, don't tell me what to do.
Yeah, it's like they told you what to do and now you're like,
interesting.
No.
Yeah.
It's like immediate, like, no, I don't want to anymore.
That's a good point.
I was already going to smile, but now I'm not going to. So, what does that happens?
Interesting. Well, let's talk awkward date experiences.
Oh, okay.
A little bit.
Womp womp.
What are some ways that you don't like being asked out? Ways that you've been asked out in the past?
I don't think I've ever thought about that. That's a really good question.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever thought about that. I guess like just asking to like hang out. Yeah. I don't like that.
That's kind of common nowadays, right?
Yeah, it's super common. And I don't really like that. I'm like, you can make your intentions clear from the beginning. Yeah. It's not going to like lessen the blow if I say no or make it better if I say yes. You know what I mean? Like if you go in like shallow. But I can't speak because I am usually like really timid if I'm trying to do that. But yeah, sometimes that will bug me because I'm just like, well, then what is it? Because then I'm just going to treat it as a hangout. Like, we're not going to do anything. Yeah. Date-wise. I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah. I don't know. That's a rough question.
Do you get asked out over text?
Like, I mean, yeah.
Is that?
Like on, like, dating apps and such.
What about just
or if I get, like, set up but with somebody.
Okay.
Usually they just, like, send them my number and then...
And then they ask you out over text.
Yeah.
Do you wish that they would call you?
I personally don't care.
Really?
Yeah. I don't mind.
Interesting.
Because I feel like nowadays it's like a text and a call. They're kind of the same thing. They're both like instant. Yeah. I don't know.
Is that like a Gen Z thing? I feel like a lot of older women like hate the text.
Call. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
But you're young. You're young and spry.
I am young. Mm-hmm.
So the text is okay for Emily.
Young and spry. Spry. That's crazy.
What's wrong with spry?
Nothing. I just think it's funny. Yeah, I don't know. I don't mind it. Yeah. Cool. But I do, like, if a guy is calling, that definitely, like, adds a point in my brain. Because it's like he took that effort. And it is, like, nerve-wracking. Yeah. Because I don't know if anybody... Well, I'm sure other people do this. You have to like plan a script in your head.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, I'm gonna say hello.
Definitely gotta plan the script, and then you go off script, and you're like, whoa, that actually wasn't
like,
so bad.
Yeah.
But at first, you're like, I need to know what I'm gonna say. For
sure.
That's funny.
Yeah.
What's the most creative excuse you've ever used to get out of a date?
Oh, so good. Hope nobody's watching this. Oh my goodness.
This is a guidebook to Emily.
Okay, I did tell somebody I got in a car accident. Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
What did he say? Was he like, are you okay? He said,
oh my gosh, are you okay? Do you need me to come get you? And I was like, I'm fine. It's okay. And then that was it. And I never saw him again. But to be fair, it was like an online date. And we had... Okay, here's a hot topic. We had FaceTimed for our first date.
Yeah.
Which I had never done that before. That was my first time. I hated it.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, FaceTime seems way too intimate.
Yeah.
For me on a first date. I'm like, let me meet you in person. We can get some ice cream. It could be so chill. But like, we're FaceTiming right now and it's weird. And I'm like, what? So that was weird for me. And I never did it again. And I think that's probably why I was like, I got in a car accident. My car's wrecked.
That dang FaceTime, it ruined it.
It did kind of, but I don't know why. It was like a long time ago. It was like really young in my dating life. Like and so I still was afraid to say like, no, I don't want to go on a second date. Dang. So that's also on me. I feel like it's just like, you got to just be able to say like, no. Yeah. I'm not really super interested, instead of lying about potentially fatal event.
Do you feel like you're more comfortable with just telling someone you're not interested now?
Yeah.
I would agree with that.
Much more.
Because that's what you told me when I asked you out.
Yeah, that's what
whatever that was.
Bring that up. I feel like that is my like go-to. Though, to be honest, like if I care about the person but I'm not interested, I do go like, oh, as friends? Like I usually say something like that. Yeah. And then I feel like that kind of gets the hint across a little bit.
I actually appreciated it.
Okay.
Because I was like, oh, this isn't someone that would ever lead me on.
Okay, good.
You know?
I'm glad. And I appreciate that you still talk to me after. Because I've had it where they're like, oh, and never talk to me again. And I'm just like, well, I thought that we were friends, but we're not, I guess. Yeah. That's cool. Whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't feel like those things need to make things awkward. You know?
I don't think so either. Because it's like a friendship is good too. Right. Yeah. Yeah. What's the worst thing you've ever said to a date to get out of it?
Well, the difference is when I'm asking someone out, I want to go out with them. And guys don't get asked out that much. You know, I've maybe been asked out 2 or 3 times in my life.
Really?
Yeah.
2 or 3 times? I need to ask guys out more.
And so I'm trying to think. I'm sure I've used an excuse. Like, I've never been asked out by someone that I wanted to be asked out by.
Okay, I've heard that from every single guy.
Yeah.
And so that's why I don't want to ask them out. I'm never asking a man out before because every single one of my guy friends is like, right. Never been really interested.
Well, I'm sure, you know, guys would love to be asked out by someone that they're excited about.
Yeah.
But usually those girls are busy getting asked out.
Oh, okay.
You know, and so
that's fair.
You know, I'm sure there are guys who hope that their dream girl is going to ask him out, but that just doesn't happen. Mm-hmm. And so it's kind of our job to just go and make it happen. Go ask out the girl.
Yeah, I kind of love that.
Yeah.
I did that recently.
You asked someone out?
I asked someone out that I was like hoping would ask me out. I was just like, why am I waiting?
How did it go?
And so I did. It went fine.
Let's hear about the date without naming names.
It was fine.
Is this the one that you were telling me about on the way over here that you wouldn't tell me the name?
No, that's a different one.
This is a different one.
It was fine. It's hard because like all my close friends are married. Yeah. And so whenever we go and hang out, it's going to be me and a bunch of married couples. And so that's what it was. But this was like a first date. And it was like we went to the drive-in movies, and all like we wanted to drive together because it was going to be fun. Yeah. But I didn't think about like space-wise how that was going to work. So there was like 6 of us. Yeah. So there was 6 of us in the back of our truck. And so
everyone's spooning.
Everyone's spooning. And I was just like, this is my nightmare. Yeah. This is my nightmare because like all the married couples, well, both the 2 married
couples were married.
Like got settled and situated and everything. And there was like only room for like us to cuddle in the corner. And I was just like, I was just like horrified. I was literally mortified. I was like, I invited this man over and I've like forced him to cuddle with me basically. That's how it felt. And I felt mortified. I was like, this is our first date. Yeah, I was so embarrassed. But
did it go well?
Yeah, I mean, he's a nice guy. Like we're friendly. We've known each other for a while. So we're like friendly and everything, but it wasn't, I didn't catch romantic vibes from him, so I have not pressed it further. So
Was it a good cuddle at least?
It was fine.
A little awkward.
So awkward. Not so awkward. It was a little awkward, yes. Yeah. But I feel like it was just because of the situation.
Yeah.
So.
I had one of those, actually.
That's how it went. Oh, really?
At the drive-in.
Really? You had to cuddle?
Well, so I was actually there just with a group of friends. It wasn't even a date.
Oh, really?
But we were suddenly all in the back of a truck.
Yeah.
And I was with this girl who, I'm a bit older than you, but I was her home teacher.
No.
This is before ministering. And suddenly her and I were spooning because we were all just stacked in the back of this truck.
Did that not feel like...
It was super awkward.
Did that not feel wrong?
It felt a little wrong. But then after that, so we were driving home. And, I was young and dumb. And so in my opinion at the time, I was like, oh, it's not a big deal. We'll just get through this movie, But then on the drive home, she was acting like we were a couple. And I was like, oh, crap.
Oh, no.
And
see, in my brain, that's the same thing that was going through my head. That whole movie, I was like, it's just an hour and a half. I was like, you can survive an hour and a half. Yeah. Oh my heck. That's so funny.
Yeah.
So then what did you do?
I don't remember, but she ended up going on a mission shortly after that. And so it kind of solved
So it kind of solved it.
Yeah.
It solved itself. Oh my gosh.
I was kind of grateful.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure she was a phenomenal missionary.
Yeah, I'm sure. There's probably been so many people who have been saved by the bell as far as like mission goes.
The mission comes, the mission call, and they're like, yes.
It's like, oh, thank goodness. I don't have to talk to them anymore.
Yeah.
It's like the perfect excuse.
My brother had a girlfriend who told him that she was thinking of going on a mission. Uh-huh. And he was like kind of considering breaking up with her.
So he's like, yeah,
so he was like super supportive of her going on a mission.
Yeah.
And then she went on the mission and her and I were in the MTC together.
But pause. It takes a while to go through mission papers and stuff. So your brother just like hunkered down, stuck it out.
Well, I think they did break up before.
Oh, okay.
Before she went out, but.
That's crazy if he like lasted. I know. That's crazy. Oh my gosh.
I wonder how supportive he would have been if he had been planning to marry her, because that's hard.
That would be hard.
Your person leave for a year and a half.
I remember I wanted to go on a mission. There was like 2 times in my life that I really wanted to go on a mission. Yeah.
This is kind of shocking to me. Wait.
Really?
Let's talk about this.
Okay. So the first time in my life was just because all my friends were going.
Yeah.
They were just going on a mission.
It's kind of the popular thing to do.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, like, I could go.
Was this when you were 18, 19?
Yeah, 19.
Okay.
I was 19.
You're 23 now.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I talked to the bishop and, like, something's happened. And I was like, oh, I'm never going on a mission. Anyway, and then like 2 years passed and I started dating this one guy, and then he we were kind of off and on. It was stupid, but we broke up once. I think this was actually after the first time we broke up, but I was like, I need to go on a mission. like I was like, I think I need to go on a mission, and he was like, what?
Whoa.
And like he was so he like got more into me because I was going on a
really
mission. Yeah, it was weird.
Is he like, I gotta hurry and lock this girl down?
Yeah, he was like, need to snap. Like, but that was very much him. It was like, if I was pulling away, he was gonna latch on harder, and if I was latching on, he was gonna pull away.
Classic.
Like, he was one of those people. So it wasn't surprising. But like the whole time I was talking about it, he's like, well, I'm gonna miss you so bad, and I was just like, oh my gosh, okay. But anyway,
you weren't feeling it for him.
I was like, whoa, because I'm also you latch on, I pull away.
Yeah.
But yeah, I ended up just not. I just feel like it wasn't for me, so I didn't go.
No.
So
good for you.
Thank you.
What does a perfect first date look like for Emily Corry?
Okay, I actually did experience the perfect first date in my life.
Really?
It was so nice. It was just like good. It was just a picnic at a park, and he brought 2 bikes, and we biked around the park, and it was so nice, and it was an adorable park, and we had a little, like, it was nothing. He like made peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Yeah.
And then we just biked around the park.
Wow.
And then we like went up the canyon because we wanted it to like last longer. And we did make out. But, but that part is not necessary. But it was like the perfect first date. I was like, wow.
Dang.
Yeah.
Did he know that it was
happy.
Your favorite first date?
I don't know if he ever knew.
Wow.
I don't know if I ever told him.
Dang.
He was my first like actual boyfriend.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
How old were you?
I was 19.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Because my first boyfriend was a week.
A week.
So I sometimes don't count him.
Dang.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I've had one of those wild. Too. The week long girlfriend. It's hard to count that.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, do you count it?
Not really.
Okay.
I mean, we'd been talking for a while, but then we stopped talking. It was someone from Mutual.
Oh,
and we stopped talking, and then
mine was someone from Bumble, I think.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, we talked for a while, and then we're like, let's try it. And then a week later, this is actually
you
so funny.
You broke up with him, didn't you?
No, I didn't. No.
Whoa.
This is so funny to me. This is my favorite breakup story because I think it's hilarious. So, we dated for literally a week. Mind you, this man asked me to be his girlfriend. He was like, yeah, I think we should try it. And so, wow, you're surprised. As if anybody would do that.
That's shocking.
That's literally, whoa. Wish the best for that man. But this was the first time anybody had asked me. And so I was like, yeah, like, why not? Like, it was like a shrug. Like, I was just like, why not? Sure, yeah.
It's like an afterthought for you.
Yeah, kind of, not gonna lie. But anyway, and then a week later, he breaks up with me because he's going to do summer sales.
Oh.
It was February.
So he saw 4 months
He broke up with me in February.
He had to get in the zone so he could get sales.
Like a mission, he really had to prepare and sell. So I think that is so funny. But like, again, it was like okay.
Interesting.
Like I shrugged it. I don't know.
Yeah.
But me and my friends were doing stuff so often during that time in my life that like, I don't know, I barely even felt that breakup.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
He was kind of your afterthought boyfriend anyway.
It felt like that a little.
Yeah.
But I was his afterthought girlfriend, so I don't feel bad. So, yeah.
Did you keep in contact with him?
I actually did a little bit, yeah.
Wow. Did he have a good summer? Did he make a lot of sales?
It's weird. It was like a year later, or maybe 2. Yeah, no, it was a year later that we were in contact again.
Did he seem like he had money at that point?
No.
So he didn't need to be focused.
He didn't seem very happy anymore.
Because he was doing summer sales.
Yeah. And yeah.
That's funny.
But he's married now.
Oh, good.
Yeah, for him. I'm happy for him.
Dang. What do you wish you knew about yourself that you know now when you were younger?
Oh.
So say right when you became an adult, 5 years ago, what do you wish that you knew?
That's such a good question. I feel like I wish I would have known like that I need space from people sometimes. Like I need to
Like just, all like, people or specifically romantic interests?
All people. Yeah. I just like, I feel like that's how I recharge. Like, I feel like I'm pretty sociable, but I do have a point, and I should have realized that I had that sooner.
Yeah.
Because a lot of my relationships and friendships like became very toxic in like 5 years ago, like my first year of college.
Interesting.
Like it got really like intense because we never took a break from each other.
Yeah.
And that just wasn't healthy for my mental state. And then I was mean because I was sad on the inside, you know? So like I was like struggling on the inside. So I was like hurting the people around me.
Yeah.
Which I regret, and I'm really sad about it. And I think about it sometimes. But I mean, it's, you learn, you live and you learn. And then now I know that. And now I know that I need a private room. I can't share a room anymore.
What does Mean Emily look like? I've never seen Mean Emily.
Oh, I mean, I don't know. I
find that hard to believe. Maybe I should ask your roommates.
Yeah.
Text Danny.
You should ask my
How mean
family.
does Emily get?
Ask my sister. I can get mean. Like, I don't know. Like, I just don't hold back with things, I think. Or
You are kind of a blunt person.
I am.
Yeah.
I am. I don't know what to do about that. Like, is that... Maybe would you consider that in general? Yeah, but like in general, don't you think it's kind of like a negative connotation? Because I feel like it kind of...
I think sensitive people see it as a negative thing. Non-sensitive people see it as a positive thing.
Okay. This is a very neutral answer. I was like, so... straight up.
This is your non-answer answer.
Mm-hmm. So what are you? Are you sensitive or no?
No, I think most guys think that that's a good thing.
Okay.
In a girl that they're dating even. Mm-hmm. And I think a lot of women would see that as kind of a negative thing if they see another woman who's like that. Because there are a lot of guys who are like that, you know. It's kind of probably more like a masculine trait.
Probably, yeah.
But it's really fun when women are that way. And it's hilarious, you know? And so
oh my gosh. Okay, I need to be more gentle with women. What was I even talking about? Oh yeah, I just get like more blunt.
More blunt.
But like sharp, not blunt.
Interesting.
Like, very sharp. Like I've been really trying to work on it, but I definitely feel like I regret everything I say when I'm being mean, though.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you get snappy?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
There's been many a time where I've said something to my sister, and immediately, as soon as it comes out of my mouth, I'm like,
dang it.
Yeah, like it literally is immediate. Oh, and I just regret. It's just instant regret. And I'm just like,
what does the resolution phase look like for you with your sister?
She needs time to retreat. I feel like she needs to have space away from me for sure.
Yeah.
I want to get it done with immediately. I want to like, I immediately am like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I really shouldn't have said that. That was so stupid, blah, blah, blah. And I try and like make it up to her immediately, but that's just like not how she processes things. So yeah. I do have to wait for her to be ready to talk to me. And that is like so hard sometimes. Yeah. Because it just kind of like, it eats away at me for sure. Because I'm just like, oh my gosh, I said the meanest thing and I feel so guilty. And I usually like, well, every single time I repent. Like I just like get on my knees. I'm like, that was so dumb. I'm so sorry. Please help her. Please help her to feel better. I feel so bad. And then usually after like, it's usually a couple days, I won't lie, that she'll be normal again. But
yeah.
That she'll be okay to talk to me again.
So
and then I apologize again several times. And then usually it's okay. Then we start laughing. Dang. And then she says something snarky about me and I laugh and then we're good.
So it's kind of a process.
Yeah, it is just a process, yeah.
Would you say that you're comfortable with confrontation in general?
I have gotten way more comfortable with it, like way more. It's something that like does not scare me anymore.
Good
really.
for you.
Thank you. It does scare me with like boss or like authoritative figures.
Yeah.
That scares me. I'm not there yet. But like roommates, I'll tell you immediately if something's bugging me. I will tell you immediately and it will not be held back. And yeah. Like dishes, messes. I'm gonna tell you right there. Right then there.
Is that hard for your roommates? Not current roommates, just roommates sometimes. In general. Yeah.
I think sometimes, yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Because confrontation is awkward, and I think that majority of people don't like it.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know if anybody likes it, but it's just like majority of people are very uncomfortable with that.
Yeah, for sure.
So, do you feel like you're good with confrontation?
I would say I'm comfortable with confrontation. I don't know that I would say I'm good at it though. I've definitely had like lots of times where I've offended people and I felt bad about it, you know?
Mm-hmm. I've been there.
But that's the process. We're just learning. We're just improving, right?
Live, laugh, loving. We're live, laugh, learning.
Have you had any particularly bad arguments with a boyfriend?
Oh, with a boyfriend. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
What's one that stands out? The worst argument.
Oh my gosh.
That you're comfortable talking about.
That's one that stands out. I don't know if I can talk about that one. Oh my gosh. There was one where I was dating somebody who wasn't a member, and we argued about like the church beliefs for a while. Yeah. Specifically like the church and like church organization.
Oh wow.
And like tithing was a big one for him. He really did not like tithing, didn't understand it.
Yeah.
So yeah, we had a pretty big argument about that.
Dang. Was it like relationship shattering?
No. We still hung out after that. But it was just like neither of us are going to what's the word? Concede?
Yeah.
Like neither of us are going to like agree with the other. And I'm of the belief that arguments, you don't have to agree. Like you can just argue to argue.
Yeah.
Your point if you want to. Like it's not to convince somebody.
Definitely.
It's just like get your point across and have a conversation if you want it. So yeah. But yeah, that was probably one of the bigger ones that had nothing to do with the relationship itself, but just like made me angry. Yeah. And made him angry. So.
But you were able to work past it.
This was crazy because this was over the phone. And he was at the gym. So we were, oh my gosh. I'm sorry. I tried to tilt it towards me and I think I broke.
I'm sure it's fine.
Okay. I'm so sorry. But he was like, we were on the phone and he was at the gym. And I was like, how are you exercising and like yelling at the same time?
So he's like, he's lifting weights and he's yelling at you.
He's like lifting weights and like yelling at the gym. So the entire gym is hearing his side of the argument. I'm just like, this is really weird, but I'm going to fight my point. So whatever.
That's really funny.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. I was just like, this is the weirdest argument I've ever had.
That's funny.
But yeah, he lived far away, so we had to call a lot. So.
Oh, that's hard. Long distance. How long distance was it?
I kind of liked it.
Really?
Yeah.
You like the long distance?
Kind of.
Dang. Why is that?
I don't know. Like I said earlier, I think it's just because I like space sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
And so when it's like not forced, but just like.
That's like ideal.
It's kind of out of the way to see you.
Yeah.
It's like easier to just stay home tonight. Like that sort of stuff is great. Kind of. I'm just like, oh, yeah. Like I get like a night to myself, but it's not because he doesn't like me. It's not because I don't want to see him. It's just because he's far away. So he was like a 2 hour and a half away. So
that's not too far.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
That's cool.
We saw each other like twice a week though.
Yeah. Have you ever been with someone that you just were so enthralled with that you just wanted to see him every day? Or is it like no matter who you're dating, you just like, no, I want to have my space?
No, I've definitely had guys I was like, I want to see you every day.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, My first boyfriend, yeah, I wanted to see him every single day. And I feel like that's what kind of taught me, like, maybe I don't want to see them that often. But then, like, it's not that I don't want to see them every day. It's just that, like, I really want to do stuff that I like to do.
Yeah.
And that I tend to like to do alone. Like, one of those things, this is going to put myself on blast, but one of those things is, like, video games. Like, I just like to sit and I play video games. And I just want to do that by myself. I'm sorry. I just want to do that alone. Like,
that's so funny.
It's so stupid. But I like, that's one of those things. It's just, like, a way for me to, like, relax and, like, detox. And I honestly don't want to talk to anybody when I'm doing it.
Yeah. That's just your...
So...
It's your just hidden thing that you do.
Hidden.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Uh-oh.
I remember that was funny. You told me you liked video games when we were like first getting to know each other. And I was like...
and you're like, weird.
Whoa.
One of my boyfriends told me that I was like different, like weirder than other girls. And I was like, don't say that. That's so gross. And then he's like, well, you like anime and video games. And I was like... Plenty of other girls like that, so... Okay.
You're the only one.
Literally the only girl ever done.
Such a
oh my gosh, that is
nerd.
so Jojo Siwa energy. I'm the only one who's done this. Have you seen that?
Wait, what is it?
Do you know Jojo Siwa?
No.
Oh my gosh, you are old. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, I'm old.
You're not. She's like she used to be on Dance Moms.
Wait, this sounds familiar.
And then she became like a singer, pop star, but she was like super girly pop. Like it was like kid focused because she was a kid. Yeah. And it was like really rainbow colored and like crazy. And she was just like fun and happy all the time.
Wow.
And then she did like a 180 to like goth.
Really?
Yeah. And she's like, no one's ever done this. No one's ever done the teen star to pop pipeline ever before.
And everyone was like, literally every like, teen star has done that.
Every single Disney Channel star has done that. Like every single one. So what are you talking about? It was funny though.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. And then she came out with Karma's a bitch. I should have known better. That's a great song. I'll play it for you later.
Yeah, you'll have to.
It's really good.
You have to show me some of the Gen Z.
Cut that stuff. Out. Cut my singing out.
Taylor will cut it.
Okay, thanks, Taylor.
Okay. We've talked about in the past, you're young and you like older guys. Why is that?
Sweaty. I'm like profusely sweating now. Oh my gosh. Wow. That was just...
That means it's a good question. Getting to the nitty gritty of Emily Corry.
You want me to psychoanalyze my daddy issues?
If you could, please.
Okay. I have... Okay, it literally all started with George Clooney. I'm not kidding. He's so hot. Yeah.
Wow.
He is so hot.
He's a good looking dude.
He's so hot.
A good looking old man.
He is such a good looking old man. Okay, so everybody's like, who's your celebrity crush? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, George Clooney, And they're like, he's old. And I was like, he's old. So I blame George Clooney. But anyway.
You like when guys have a little gray in their hair.
I like that.
Looks good.
I think it's so cute. And I love when they have like wrinkles.
They're crow's feet.
Yes. Like that is adorable.
Yeah.
I'm just like, you smiled your whole life. And I get to look at that. It's so cute. I have thought about it a lot. And I think that like the most PG reason is is that like I am their priority, if that makes sense. Like they have everything figured out. They've got their career in place. They're done with school. They have a significant amount of money and they're
They're just ready to spend it on someone.
Like they just want to have a lady. Like they just want like a woman now. Really.
Yeah.
Like, okay, this is so crazy and messed up. I'm not gonna lie, but me and my sister used to watch this show. It's called Seven Brides for Seven Brothers. It's very famous. A lot of people know it. Anyway,
my sister used to watch that. So.
Oh yeah, it's so good.
I've actually seen it when I was a kid. Yeah.
Good. It is so fun, and I love that movie so much, and it's just great. And there's a scene in it where Adam, he's like the main dude, is coming to Millie, who's the main lady, and he's like, well, I got my horses all set up, and I've got my house built, and I've got blah 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 blah. Well, all I need is a wife. That's his thing. Yep. And I'm like, yeah.
It makes sense. It's logical, right?
Yeah, that's what I want. That's the only thing he wants is a wife. I want that. And I think it's because I did have a relationship where, like, I'm not kidding. I'm pretty sure I was like 10th priority on his list.
Really?
Yeah. Like,
dang.
Everything came before time with me.
Wow. That was hard.
It hurt my feelings so much.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh my heck. That hurt like a butt cheek. And so...
Hurt like a butt cheek?
Yeah, hurt like a butt cheek on a stick. Have you ever heard that?
No.
What?
I'm not as country as you, though. I need to...
It's not country. It's just chronically online. It's like a meme. Oh. I'll show you that later, too. Yeah, I'll show you.
I'm a little old, so, you know.
But yeah. What was I even talking about? Oh, yeah. And so I think that is what I really like about it, is that's their priorities, like taking care of me, really. And I think that's really sweet.
That makes sense.
But okay, contrary to popular belief, my dad has not left me.
You have a great relationship with your
dad. I have an amazing relationship with my father.
I mean, we've hung out a lot, and you have only ever said really good things about your dad.
He's awesome. So, he's a great guy.
Yeah. And he inspired your career choice.
He did.
So that's cool.
Good old eye doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's awesome. And he's just so patient and like normal. I don't know. I'm just so grateful to have a normal dad.
Yeah. It's a blessing. It's a huge blessing.
Gosh, it really is. So that was like the oldest guy I dated. He said that. He was like, I think it's like a myth, like girls who like older men have daddy issues or whatever. And I was like, I mean, I guess it's a myth for me because my dad is great and I still am doing this with older men, but womp womp. So, and I guess like the last person he dated also had a fine relationship with her dad, so I don't know.
That's cool.
So it's a myth. Debunked right here, right now.
Debunked. You heard it here first. On the date debate.
The date debate. Thank you. I literally forgot. I was like, the date something.
You get a sign up there.
Oh, that would be cool.
That would be fun.
Does Taylor edit a sign in?
He could. Yeah. Taylor, if you could do that.
Give us a sign. Give us a sign, Taylor.
Give us a sign. So let's create a scenario. Mm-hmm. You meet.
I'm so sweaty. Can I take my sweatshirt off? But I want to do it off camera because
we can cut out this part.
Do I look okay?
You look great.
Are you just saying that?
I'm not just saying.
Okay.
Your hair even looks great, and you were on a motorcycle. So.
Yeah, that's true. It was. That is true. That's fact. That right there is fact. Yeah. Okay. Because you wore new shirt. Hat. Oh yeah. I have been vibing with a backwards cap lately.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that your new look?
Yeah. All right. New shirt, hypothetical scenario.
New shirt. It to me. Yeah. Okay. So if you had the choice between a guy who is a phenomenal husband, the perfect husband for you.
Okay.
Like perfect in every way, except for he's always going to struggle to provide.
Okay.
Or a decent husband, but he's in no way perfect. Mm-hmm. Can have a successful marriage with him, but he's always going to be a very good provider. What do you choose? I can see it in your eyes. I already know what you're going to say.
I don't want to say it because
you can say it. It's fine.
But it's so shallow. I think, oh my gosh,
You want the money. You want him to provide.
I would be happy with a man who treats me well. I would be very happy with a man who's good to me. I would pick the one that's nice to me. Okay, but you worded that like, okay.
How did I word that?
Because you said like the second one was like, it's decent. He's gonna be good.
You'll have a successful marriage with him.
Is successful good, or is it just like it is a marriage? You did it. You stayed.
It's a decent marriage.
Oh, okay.
It's not going to be a bad marriage. It'll be decent.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know, a little bit better than normal.
No, I'm being real now.
Okay.
Real hours.
Yeah.
I would pick the happy one.
Really?
Yeah, I would.
Good for you.
Because I'm not going to struggle to provide.
You're becoming a doctor, so you'll be fine.
I'm working on it. I'm still thinking about it, to be honest.
Really?
Lately, I've been like, oh, it's nice to just like not be in school.
Yeah.
But then I think about it some more, and I'm like, but like, don't I always want to be like moving towards something, progressing towards something, like having a goal?
Yeah.
And like right now, it's just like I'm working, which is great, and I love my job. I'm really happy with my job, but it does feel like now what sort of thing?
Yeah.
Like, am I just gonna stay here? So I don't know. I'm still like thinking about it.
Yeah.
Debating it and stuff. So
starting to feel ready to move to the next step.
Yeah, thinking about what my next step's gonna be.
Yeah.
So.
Dang. Let's talk about your worst date you've ever been on.
Okay. I was thinking about this.
Tell us the story. Let's hear it.
Okay.
Emily's worst date.
Okay, it was horrible. It was a setup.
Oh no.
And oh my gosh. I feel like setups are so bad because then it makes me feel like, oh, this is how that person who set me up with this.
I don't think I've ever had a good setup.
Yeah.
Maybe
I'm
one
like,
or two.
Is this how you think of me?
Yeah.
Like, that's what I think of the person who sets me up. I'm just like, so that's what you think. Mm-hmm. Okay. And then it just hurts my feelings, kind of.
Yeah.
But anyway, this guy was British. First red flag. Crazy.
You don't like the Brits?
Well, not anymore. Oh my gosh.
Not after this.
Not after this date. I was like, I've never met such an ass. Such a bloody wanker.
What did he do?
He was so mean.
Really?
Yeah. So you know how like, I feel like it's like general like courtesy. Not courtesy, sorry. It's like common knowledge that like jokes, you like riff off of each other, right? And you like play off of something that they said.
Definitely.
So I was like doing that to him during the date. And he's like, can't you think of anything original? And I was like,
wow.
What? I literally was like, what? Like, haven't you heard of banter? It just is crazy. I was just so annoyed. And he was like, he kept making he like literally made comments about like how he hated like French people, he hated Germans, he hated Americans. Like he was making comments like that the whole night.
Wow.
And I was like, what do you even like?
Yeah.
Tea? Anyway, and so I was just like, this man is so annoying and rude. And I've never been more offended than like being called like unoriginal and not funny.
Yeah.
Like I was just like so offended. I was like, you suck. Anyway, we went to the arcade. That was our date. We went to the arcade and then we went back to my house and played games. And it was a double date. Mm-hmm. So we went back to my house and played games. And it was like an idea. It was like me and my friend set each other up with somebody.
Oh.
Yeah. And I set him up with the most beautiful, amazing woman that I know. And he set me up with this stinking stupid. And I was just like, wow, you put no thought, no effort. And also you hate me. I discovered you hate me that day.
Dang it.
It was the worst. Anyway, so we played games. And this is where I made a mistake. This was my biggest mistake of the night.
Yeah.
One of my roommates walked in and I invited her to join us. And I feel like this is gonna sound so mean, but sometimes you give like a courtesy invite, like you're just like, hey, you want to come? And usually they're just like, no, I'm going to bed.
Yeah.
Or whatever. But she was like, yeah. And I was like, oh.
So suddenly you had a fifth wheel.
So now we have a fifth wheel. Yeah. The entire rest of the date, I'm not kidding, she flirted her ass off with this Brit.
So she was actually into that guy. Wow.
And I told her we were on a date.
Yeah.
And she flirted with him.
Did this hurt your relationship with her?
Yeah, because I was like, oh, well, you're crazy. Yeah. Like, what was that? Like blatantly flirting. And so I all of a sudden became the fifth wheel. But not really, because the Brit wasn't into it. So it was just like awkward in general. It was just so awkward. And so I got pissed at her afterwards.
Yeah.
So like they all left my house. And then as soon as they left, I was like, you are so dumb.
Yeah, how did that conversation go with your roommate?
Well, it wasn't really a conversation, to be honest. I just got mad at her and then left.
Wow.
Which isn't.
Did she apologize?
Healthy. I don't remember. But probably. I don't know. I was just like, you really flirted with him in front of me and you knew I was on a date. Like, that's so awkward. Like, if you wanted his number, you could have asked me for it later. Yeah. It's just the fact that I was currently on the date. Like, yeah, it was horrible. Wasn't going well. Didn't like him. Yeah.
But you still don't.
But it's not about that. It's about, like, me and her relationship, I feel like.
Yeah.
It's just disrespectful to have done that in the moment. So, yeah.
That's crazy.
It was crazy. So that was my worst date.
Sheesh.
It was bad.
That's a bad one.
I know.
That's really bad.
Yeah. I also had a guy who like talked in a Kermit voice like the whole time.
Talked in a Kermit the Frog?
Yeah.
Voice?
Yeah.
Was he special?
I don't know. He didn't seem that special. But then, and he like kept making jokes about like how he was gonna like kill me. It was a first date from an online thing. No. So yeah, I'm not kidding. It lasted like maybe 30 minutes, and I was like, I have to go.
Wow.
I never talked to him again.
That sounds worse than the British guy. Again.
Yeah, it was bad.
Jeez.
I feel like the British guy was worse though because it was like longer.
It was just long and painful.
More, yeah.
Dang. At least with Kermit the Frog, you're able to bounce.
Yeah. Kermit the Frog, I'm able to joke about it. Like, that's so funny. But like, I feel like I take humor it's very like near and dear to me. Like, I love making people laugh. Mm-hmm. I love that. And I love when people make me laugh. Yeah. And so the fact that he insulted my sense of humor hurt the heck out of me. Like, I was so offended. Yeah. I was so offended. So he gets worst date card. Kermit the Frog, I'd pick you over him.
So no more Brits now.
No more Brits. Well, I don't know. Maybe a nice one, but
yeah.
Never met a nice one. So
sheesh.
Well, I don't believe they exist.
What is Emily Corry looking for in a man? Your ideal guy.
Kermit the Frog.
It's one of your kinks. Kermit the Frog.
Old and Kermit the Frog. We're batting 100 over here. That's so funny. I feel like I'm still thinking about it. I just want somebody who makes me laugh.
Makes you laugh. Good guy.
Good guy.
It's got to have crow's feet. It's got to have a motorcycle. It's got to be filthy rich.
Does that have to be filthy rich?
He can't fit comfortably in an airplane seat.
I do not want a man who can fit comfortably in an airplane seat. No, thank you. No, thank you. I want a big boy. That's true. That is true. I do not. I want a large man. I just want somebody who it doesn't like scare me to be with. Yeah. I want somebody that I don't feel like, I don't know, like stuck, if that makes sense. Yeah. I want somebody who makes me feel like free. Someone makes me feel really happy and good. And something that my last boyfriend did so well, which I'm definitely gonna like miss if I don't have it again. It's like we argued like really well, if that makes sense. Yeah. Like, we argued a lot, but it was like quick. And usually it resolved pretty decently, so
Was it like an anger kind of argue, or was it just like, let's just get this out of the way?
I feel like it was just get this out of the way, really. It wasn't like really super angry. It was just like, what you just did bugged me. And I could say it to him immediately.
Yeah.
And there was no like, nothing. Really?
Yeah.
And this is going to sound kind of messed up, but like, I would say it and then it would be out there and it would be done. And then basically we just like pretend like that didn't happen.
And then you felt
like,
better
it
after.
would be like acknowledged and then just like done. Like, and then we would hang out like normal after.
Yeah.
And I liked that a lot.
That's cool.
It was good. So like I want somebody I can argue with too. I think that's important.
I think so too.
Like somebody that I can be mad at that's not gonna never talk to me again.
And maybe you can find that a little bit easier in older men.
Yeah.
Because they're a little more
maybe
grounded, a little more like used to that kind of confrontation. Right. I would think so anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I think like more life experiences get to that probably.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like don't know how to not think of like men my age as like babies. It sounds so messed up, but I'm just like, I'm a child. You're a child. Like, like we're the same age. We're children.
That's funny.
Not really children, but like, you know what I mean? Just like too young. I don't know.
Yeah. That makes sense.
It was funny that my parents, well, my dad doesn't really care. My dad's just like, she's going to do whatever she wants. But my mom is like, stop dating all the men. And I'm just like, okay. And I like made a New Year's resolution. It's like, I'll date my age. And then like a month later.
You started dating your last boyfriend. And he was, what, 31, 30?
Yeah, 30. Okay. So I was just funny. I was just like, oh. Broke it. Broke that one pretty quick.
That's hilarious.
It was just funny. Made me laugh.
That's funny. Well, Emily, you're awesome. Thank you so much for coming on the show. This is a fun episode.
This is very fun.
I feel like we really...
I want to do a Morgan episode.
A Morgan episode. Yeah. Maybe sometime.
Okay.
We'll have you back on the show.
In that chair.
You'll be in this chair. I'll be on that one.
Okay.
And you can ask me the embarrassing questions and I'll get hot and take my sweater off.
Oh my gosh. I got so sweaty after that question. I was like, oh my gosh. I was not expecting that at all. So funny. I was like, whoa.
Well, thank you. Thank you for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Cool. That's it. We did it.
The date debate.